Alright folks, let's take a look at the guided mission. That is mission number 2, the theater scene change. We need to program our robot to press down on this orange lever once, bringing the pink indicator to the front, that's 20 points, or twice to bring the orange indicator to the front for 30 points. Alright, let's take a look at what we're going to do. Our robot can start in either the blue launch area or the red launch area. In order to reach this mission, we're going to start our robot in the red launch area. Next, our robot needs to start in the same position each time. We can use the sides or walls of the table to do that, the grid lines on the mat, or you can build yourself a Lego parking space or a jig to hold it in place and position it quickly each time. Now, before we write our first piece of code, let's work out in words what our robot will need to do to score points. Firstly, it's going to need to drive forward. Next, it will need to turn 45 degrees, lower this arm, or reverse and lower this arm. Once, twice, before lifting the arm up, turning to the right and reversing back into the launch area. Your robot can return to this launch area, it can return to this launch area, or it can move into this home area or this home area. Those are the places in which you can grab your robot and position it for its next attempt. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the movement motors to C and D. That is where I've got the motors plugged in. Next, we're going to move forward. How much forward? How many rotations? Let's take a look. I can use the wheel indicators to measure. That is 1 rotation, 2, 3, looks like about 4 rotations should do it. 4 rotations. Next, we're going to turn 45 degrees. And we already know to do that. We set our turn to 100 and our rotations to 0.25. Half a rotation will be 90 degrees. 1/4 of a rotation is a 45 degree turn. Let's check it out. Not bad. Can it lower the arm? We're a little bit too far away. Let's work out how much closer we need to get. That is about a 1/4 turn of those wheels. So here we are back at 0.25 rotations moving forward. I think it ought to slow down when it gets close. So let's slow it down to 50%. And we'll test what position we end up in here. Tiny bit more. 0.35 rotations. Then we can look at lowering our lifting arm. We'll take one of these blocks. Our lifting arm is plugged into port E on our robot here. And I think in order to go down, we need it moving counterclockwise. Let's test this out. Excellent. We've got it. Now all we need to do is lift this arm up, bring it back down, bring it back up, and make our way back to either launch area or either home area to finish the mission. So let's have motor E. We want it to go in the other direction to lift up. Go back down again. Lift up again. So let's test this code to see if it will move our model. It's trying, but it doesn't have enough power. We might need to do a little bit of engineering, modify our design to see if it can help. That's our solution. Adding an extra wheel from the box of Lego. That ought to give it the weight it needs to activate the lever. Alright, this is it. Let's give our code a test. I think we're landing a little bit too far forward now. With our wheel on the front, we have a little bit of extra length, so we might not need to move forward so much. Let's see where this leaves us. Not bad. Okay. I think what we might need to do is lower, reverse, lift. Lower, reverse, lift. Let's give that a go. This will be reverse. Move forward and reverse. Let's give this a test. That's pink. That's yellow. We've done it. Alright, now all we've got to do is reverse and get back to this launch area or that launch area. So, to reverse out, I think first we need to turn to the right 45 degrees, which is 0.25 rotations, and then we can move straight back, and 4 rotations should get us back. Let's run all of that code together and see if we can get our robot to complete the mission and return home. Not quite home, so let's have it turn a little bit more so it can reverse in like that. Let's test it all together now. Perfect. Now that we've written the code for our first mission, let's make sure we label it so that we don't lose it. I'm going to rename this project Mission 2 Theatre Scene Change. And finally, we can download this code to our robot. We need to remember which slot on our robot mission number 2 is downloaded. As it's our first mission, I'm going to download it to slot number 1. Now teams, it's up to you to have a look at the table, think about your strategy, and start coding your next mission. Best of luck!